Hello, hello, hello. JoeHart here. I live in Vermont. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. Um, it's the it's Thursday, March 25th. It's kind of the beginning of opening weekend for Formula One. There's a whole bunch of press conferences. I guess they're virtual or that kind of stuff online, and no one shares it. It seems like there would be a demand, and we'd want to see it. But anyway, I'm going to do predictions now. I'm OCD, so I like to cover everything and stuff. So, I guess I have done teams. I've done teams in the past. I mean, for this year, and not necessarily just because of testing, but I've adjusted my numbers. I got other people's uh, I got other people's opinion who know a lot more than me. Will Buxton, I think, rocks and rolls, and he's the top of the line. He's doing a weekly show that kind of has a similar name to what I used to do. Yeah, that's interesting. It would have been nice for him to at least touch base with me before he started using, that name. But anyway, Will Buxton rocks and rolls. I don't know how to say Jolyn Palmer. I know he's a driver. He used to be a driver, and so he did it. And then Scott Mitchell from We Are the Word, I think. And then the Inside Lane, unbeaten F1. So all four of those did a first through 10. So I took their average to see if everybody, they all had the same first, second, third, and eighth, ninth, 10th. And, so that's a pretty big deal. So, I modified my things. So anyway, let me do teams. That'll take less time and I can go through it. By the way, thank you for being, for viewing me for live streaming. Sorry, that's one of my alarms going off that I need to do stuff, but I'll finish this first. Yeah, thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching it recorded. One day I hope to get this channel up and running. I would like to fundraise and get expenses paid so I can hit the road and cover things from live streaming on the road and things like that. Someday. So anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'd love comments. Whoever watches hasn't commented yet, but yeah, please say hello and comment. Now, I don't like bullying stuff and trolling stuff, but real comments. So okay, let me go through the teams, and I'll probably say what I have already predicted. I already did a stream about the predictions for the teams, so I'll probably say what I said. Now, no matter what anybody tells me, and all four other people have picked Red Bull number one and Mercedes number two and McLaren number three. And I don't care who tells me. If Toto Wolff called me up and said, we are in so much trouble and I just drank a truth serum, so I can't lie to you, and we're not doing well at all. And then same thing with Christian Horner. He drank a truth serum and he had to tell me the truth. And he said, we're kicking ass and we're burning on auto burners and we haven't had a flaw yet. I still would never pick Red Bull number one. I would always pick Mercedes number one. Not because they sandbag. I hate that word. That's bogus. I don't like that word at all. But I will always pick Mercedes. We've been disappointed for 6 years. There's no competition. Mercedes always wins. Lewis Hamilton always wins. Valtteri Bottas will never win a championship. We've been disappointed forever. So I will always say Mercedes number one. I hope I'm wrong. I hope those other four people are right. Now, I think all four of them are, their disclaimer is we're saying right now at this minute. Well, you got to do a prediction for the year of who's going to win the championship. But anyway, so I say Mercedes, no matter what anybody tells me, Mercedes number one, Red Bull number two, McLaren number three. Red Bull's kicking some butt, so that's kind of cool. And then I I've been working the final. Anyway, uh, let's do 8, 9, and 10. I had Haas's 8, Alfa Romeo 9, and Williams 10, because same thing. No matter what anybody tells me, Williams is always in the basement. Always, always, always. Now, all four of them said 10th was Haas. So I changed my vote to Haas. And then all four of them said Williams is ninth. So I changed my vote to Williams for ninth. And all four of them said Alfa Romeo for eighth. So I changed my vote for Alfa Romeo for eighth. Now, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody says the mid pack, the midfield is going to be tight. And I don't think that's what they mean. That's what everybody says. But I don't think that's what they mean. I think what they mean is the mid pack is extremely unpredictable. We don't know now, and we won't know for a few races, and we probably won't know until the championship. I don't, and I think that's what they're saying. I think ultimately the four of those teams aren't going to be close in points. Someone's going to kick butt, and the other three are not. There's going to be a big range between the four of them. So anyway, I think when they say, "Oh, the teams are so tight," I think they're trying to say that so they can mess up their the predictions. Anyway, so I am currently saying, that was wrong. Let's try that again. Okay, so I am currently saying AlphaTauri 4, Ferrari 5, Aston Martin 6, and Alpine 7. I always thought it was cool when people had the 4A teams, which are the four most recent teams, and they're all four different car manufacturers, which is, with my quirks and idiosyncrasies, which is my disabilities, I really enjoy that kind of stuff. I think it's so cool that, anyway, so the 4A teams, most recent, all four different all of the car manufacturers or constructors are represented by those four, and they're all four different. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I had Aston Martin for fourth, and I changed it to sixth. I had Alpine seventh, kept it at seventh. I had Ferrari fifth and kept it at fifth. And I had AlphaTauri at sixth, and I put it at fourth. Now, the other four predictions for AlphaTauri, three of them said fourth, and one said sixth. So I went with the fourth. And then Ferrari, there was 1-4, 2-5s, 1-6. Again, no matter what anybody tells me, they won't get fourth. They are choking. They are, I think, and I don't know. And I wish, golly, I'm listening to quite a few yellow YouTube streams, and they're all English. They're all from UK. They're all from London. They're all from England. Where's the Americans covering Formula One? So anyway, I'm going to ramp up my learning curve and become quite knowledgeable. I'm currently quite knowledgeable, but I'm not like those UK people. But anyway, no matter what anybody tells me. Oh, so what I think's the problem with Ferrari is it's too uptight, it's too perfectionistic. You must perform, or you're out, or you're total stress, and blah, 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 blah. And I don't think anybody can perform under that. And I think somehow they have for 70 years, but it's not working now. The same way 70 years ago, we used to beat our children. You can't beat your children anymore. We used to beat our wives. We can't beat our wives anymore. I think the Ferrari intensity doesn't work anymore. And they got Mattia Benelti or whatever his name is, and he seems super nice and super soft and super, affable. I don't even know what that word means, but I think it applies. So anyway, and I keep thinking he's going to lose his job, but he hasn't lost it yet. But I think they need to I think they need to do Zen and breathing and work on you are a good person even if you don't win, and they have to just change the whole thing. Anyway, that's me. So I said Ferrari was fifth. The four other predictions was fourth, two fifths, and a sixth. I don't think they'll ever do fourth. Six is a little pessimistic. Alpine, I said seventh. There was a fifth, sixth, and two sevenths. Fifth is pretty optimistic. I think Alonso's going to choke. I think he's a jerk. He complains, which all drivers complain, and he's a diva, and all drivers are divas, and he's a prima donna, and all drivers are a prima donna. But all drivers, the good ones, need to communicate. They don't just complain and bitch. They need to communicate what's wrong with the car so the engineers can fix it. I don't think Alonso will figure that out. He still thinks he's the coolest thing in the world, and he's going to choke. So anyway, I said seven. Aston Martin, I said I changed it from fourth to sixth, and the other four predictions was fifth, sixth, and two sevenths. Now, similar to Alonso, I'm not sure if Vettel's going to do well anymore. Although I like Vettel, I don't like Alonso at all. And I've never seen him race. I mean, he was washed up before I even turned on my first Formula One race. But Sebastian Vettel just has this, he's mid-30s. I think he's 36 or 35, and which is young. He doesn't have to be this over the hill. He can't perform anymore. But anyway, Lance Stroll is just not a superstar. But Sebastian Vettel, I hope he does well. So anyway, I adjusted from fourth to sixth. But anyway, the rest, first and second, I'll never pick Red Bull. Sorry, never, 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 never. So that's that. I think I did those. Now for the drivers, I haven't done this, and I'll probably tell you how I changed things, but it's similar to the teams. But anyway, I didn't add that up. I didn't say, eighth and ninth does not make them fourth, and that kind of stuff. I didn't add it up. So anyway, the way I do the teams are first place team. I'm sorry, these are drivers. So first place driver, Lewis Hamilton. No one can tell me otherwise. No one can tell me otherwise. Ever, ever, ever. He's a jerk. He's been spinning. Things aren't perfect. But when things are not perfect, he still kicks ass. And when things are perfect, he's perfect. So he'll just, can you see my theme? I don't like complainers. I don't like favorites. That's what I don't like. So Lewis Hamilton first. I will say Max Verstappen is second. I did second/third, but I said two first, so that's my higher guess. So I'm going to say Max Verstappen second. I think that's wishful thinking. I'm done with Mercedes being so freaking dominant. And then therefore Valtteri Bottas was third/second, but third was the first choice. So Valtteri is third. Sergio Perez, I think he'll do pretty well this year. But I say fourth just because he's in a Red Bull. He's competitive. He's going to be chasing Max. I think he's going to be chasing Valtteri. So that's fourth. And then 15th through 20th is real easy. I mean, not real easy, but I just, someone can't pick the champion for the year. One driver, I don't know why I think I can pick 20, but I'm just doing it for the heck of it. So anyway, going down to the bottom six. 15th, Kimi Räikkönen. I used to know how to say his name. Kimi Räikkönen. 15th, Antonio Giovinazzi, who I like. 16th, I like both of those guys. And then we go to Williams because I switched the teams to agree with all four other team votes of the other four people. So 17th, George Russell. 18th, Nicholas Latifi. 19th, I'm going to say Mick Schumacher because I can't stand just say no to. But Mick Schumacher, 19th. And for 20th, I still cannot believe that Haas and the sponsors and FIA and Formula One and Liberty Media. I cannot believe they haven't thrown him out, and I can't believe it's only because of money. And I think, and I've heard this. I mean, it's not an original thought by me, but I'm thinking Haas is just going to chug through, just you know, just survive this year and then sell at the end of the year, and it will become just say no to his father's team. His father will buy the team. I hope not. I mean, we don't need sexual abusers, and especially because they're not being held. Uh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So just say no to his 20th. Okay, so now getting back to 5th through 14th. And I think you can put them all. And again, I think people are saying those drivers. I think they're saying the teams, because the teams are the drivers and the drivers are the teams. So the midfield drivers are all tight too. But I think, again, like the teams, what they're saying is they just don't know. There still will be a huge range. 5th place points in the championship to the 14th place points in the championship will have a huge range. And I think just about every number will have a pretty big range. They're not going to be tight. We just can't predict new drivers and new cars, everybody's just putting band-aids on until 2022 with everything new. And I don't know all the new things, but I know 2021 is just being held over because of the COVID. So anyway, the way I say it, and these are just I'm pretty knowledgeable, but nothing, I'll stick my neck out there. So 5th place, Daniel Ricardo. I used to love him. I now don't care for him much at all. I think he's overstayed his welcome. I think he needed to perform before now. But maybe this is his year. McLaren they seem to be doing well and blah, 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 blah. So 5th, Daniel Ricciardo. 6th, Charles Leclerc. I would love if everybody would learn how to say his name, including himself. He doesn't correct anyone. He doesn't tell anyone. But I'm pretty sure, 100%, that his name is Charles. The S is silent. Leclerc. The C is silent. Leclerc. And it's an A instead of E. Leclerc. Charles, it's a S. S at the beginning, S silent at the end. Leclerc, A instead of E, and silent C. Charles Leclerc. Anyway, I say 6th for him. I like him a lot, and I think he's going to kick butt. I just heard something a day or two ago that said maybe he's with the wrong team, and I now like, well, maybe that is what's going on. I always thought he would be a Ferrari dude forever because he was so nice and he was waiting for the ride, and he's just so nice, but he's tough. He's talented and he pushes and he doesn't give in. And anyway, I don't know what team, probably Red Bull or I don't know. Oh, Mercedes. I'm sorry, those are the seats that will probably open up. But anyway, Ferrari, Charles Leclerc 6th. Then I said Lando Norris 7th. I love him. I think everybody loves him. I think Daniel's going to treat him like a little brother. I think he's going to rebel against that. But I picked 7th for him. And then one driver, I moved a whole bunch up because of testing. I know testing can't tell us anything, but I've heard this from a lot of people. Yuki Sunodo, I think. I had him at 12th, but I moved him all the way up to 8th. That's a huge jump. He's a rookie. He's going to make rookie mistakes. Everybody else needs him to respect them. We've been around forever, so you need to respect them. I don't like that. I like the NASCAR philosophy of just race. What have you done for me lately? I don't care what you did last week, our last year, our last decade. I don't. Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda. I hope he kicks butt. And AlphaTauri, everybody brought up the 4th place, and I guess I did too. So that's 8. And then 9th is Pierre Gasly. That's too bad because I did have him 9th and 12th. Now I have him 8th and 9th. Now I have Yuki higher than Pierre Gasly. And I love Pierre Gasly. He's just nice. And, he's kind of screwed by Red Bull. I think everybody gets screwed by Red Bull. Pierre Gasly, 9th. And then Carlos Sainz, 10th. I know I'm wrong on that. I know he's much higher than 10th, but not all the teams can be third, and not all the drivers can be fifth. So you got to pick something. So anyway, Carlos Sainz 10th. He's going to be higher. Esteban Ocon, I love him, and I loved him way before him fighting with Max. Although I love Max, but and I loved him before he got booted from the pink Mercedes because the other one saved everybody's job or whatever. But I love Esteban Ocon. Ocon. And I picked him 11th. I originally had him 11th, 10th, and we just ran out of numbers, so I put him on to 11th. Now, Lance Stroll, poor guy, he gets a bad rap. His dad has a ton of money, and so he will always have a seat. And he's lucky he got a podium. I think he won a race or just got a podium or whatever. I mean, it's all circumstantial things that get him to do that. So I picked 12th. He was 11th. Now I picked him 12th. 13th, I don't see. Oh, Sebastian Vettel. Again, he's got to be higher, but there's all these drivers, so I don't know who to put lower than him. So Sebastian Vettel, I had him at 13th, and I kept him at 13th. And then Fernando Alonso, I had him at 14th, and I'm keeping him at 14th. I don't like him. He biatches, and complains, and he doesn't tell the engineers what to do or what needs to happen. It's just ick, ick, ick. So anyway, that's my 20 drivers. I'm sure I won't revisit this. I'd love to revisit it, but with my OCD and my quirks and idiosyncrasies, I'd play the thing, you know, I'd have to listen to this a year from now so I know exactly what I said and then write it all down and print it all up and then do it, so it would be really time consuming and overwhelming. So anyway, that's all I had to say. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the recording. I am super excited. I mean, NASCAR held me over. And it was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of serious racing. We had the Clash and the duels. Um, but yeah, NASCAR has done 6 weeks, 6 races ahead of all motorsports. IMSA is not big enough, although I like IMSA. I want to like everybody more than NASCAR. I'm going through a nasty divorce with them. It's years old, and I'm just so done with them. But it's a nasty divorce, so I keep going back, and they keep going back, and whatever. So anyway, they did 6 races, and I am ready for Formula One. So anyway, they postponed their first race and made their second race later, or switched it with. Anyway, I think it's April 18th, or I think the second race was April 11th, but now their first race is April 18th or something like that. I have it, but I can't find it. So anyway, thank you very much. Let's get this YouTube channel growing. I don't know how to do it. I think I'm doing this all wrong stuff. So anyway, thank you very much. I'll talk to you later. Ooh.